Good morning. My name is Sterling Connolly Chu. Welcome to Second Growth Homes. This video is the start to a series of videos where we're returning to work on the A cabin. The A cabin is a 16 by 20 A-frame cabin that I designed and we build and sell through our company Second Growth Homes, and you can go view it on our website, which I'll link below. I say I designed it. It's a very simple little A-frame cabin, so if I'm stealing anybody's simple A-frame design, it's not like that kind of thing. So we had one little issue with finishing this cabin. Give me a second. Maggie, come. Hey, Maggie, come. Maggie, come. Good girl. Maggie's trying to run off on me. Good girl. Good girl. So, I had one little issue with finishing this cabin, and that was that I impaled my boat onto a big steel drive shaft. Is actually what it was. You could think of it like a steel piling. So I was heading to work, loaded up with materials, and I hit this steel piling, actually impaled it through the bottom of my fiberglass boat, and that's kind of what got us to the beginning of this video series here today. So I didn't video any of that boat sinking, and if I did, I probably wouldn't have put it on here anyways. It's a significant mistake. So anyways, we got that boat refloated, cleaned up, it's all put away, it's all done, and I sailed to Tennessee to get my aluminum skiff that you see here beside me. So this is actually a really nice boat, super nice welded aluminum skiff. It's really nice. The engine I had on it is great, a 48 Yamaha Enduro. Great outboard, 48 Enduro Yamaha. But it had a bunch of corrosion on the engine mount. It actually broke part of the casting off. So what we got on here is my little Yamaha outboard. This outboard has been through the ringer. It's been used as a kicker for years. It's been sunk, filled with water, on and on and on. So what we need to do today is bail the boat out, clean it up, and get this kicker running and get it all set up. And then we can go to work in the morning and start working on the A cabin. I'm so excited. I built 2 other cabins out in the same area using this skiff. It's a really good boat. It's gonna go well. So what we're gonna do, bail the boat out, we're gonna empty out the gas tank, start fresh, blow out all the fuel lines, and we're gonna put a new carburetor on this motor, brand new carburetor, and that should get us to the point where we got a good boat that we can safely get out to work here this week. So thanks for coming with me. This is gonna be a whole line of videos of finishing the A-frame cabin. I call it the A cabin by Second Growth Homes, and it's really gonna be fun. It's looking really good. The cabin itself is built, and we're just doing all the finishing touches. We're gonna put some interior stuff in there, build a set of stairs. It's gonna be awesome. So I'll go ahead and get this gas tank cleaned out, and then you guys can come help me replace the carburetor here on this Yamaha 8 horsepower motor. Oh. Well, hopefully we don't start this video by just going down at the dock. First thing you want to do, obviously, is just see if the motor is seized up. Yep. This motor was sunk, but I've had it running since it was sunk, so I think it's not actually seized up. I think it just has oil in the spark plugs. So make sure it's in neutral. And you can't pull it, seized up. So first thing to do is remove the spark plugs. Oh yeah, you need to go get an oil rag. So there was a bunch of oil in that bottom piston. So let's just go ahead and pull it really carefully here. Yep, look at that. Okay, another good thing we're seeing, pulls over really easily, and then we're seeing that light coming on right there. That's a good sign. I am missing my 10mm socket in this kit, which I can't believe it. I got the 10mm in half, but not the 10mm 3/8, so hopefully we got it in the other kit. So I did remove one time on my dad's 9.9 that one of these bolts was really seized up, and man, it was really a bear, but these ones should come right out. So we're gonna see here. So this is a 1/2 inch. I think it might be too big to get in there, my memory. So what I did is I bought one of these cheap Chinese carburetors off Amazon.com. You really don't want to do this based on what I'm reading. A lot of these Chinese carburetors have real cheap issues, and if you're really trying to fix your motor, have a good motor, you want to buy that genuine Yamaha carburetor from your dealer, and it'll be worth it for you, because you could put all this on there and then this cheap Chinese carburetor might not work. In this case, this motor has seen some miles, and it's got a bunch of different parts of it that are really corroded and in not that good a shape, and it was sunk recently. I sunk it off the back of my boat, so I decided, you know, I don't really want to put the money into it right now. I just want to see if this works, and hopefully it does. Hopefully it's fine. I don't know. Seems like most carburetors are probably made in places like China anyway, so we'll try it. All right. So behind me, I've got my gas tank completely cleaned out, completely filled up with fresh gas. It's running through a Raycor fuel filter right here. And I added a full bottle of sea foam. Okay. Just finished tightening up our bolts. Nice and tight. Not stripping. They really don't need to be too tight. Okay. So I carved a little bit of the plastic away right here, and I think it's gonna work. So what was happening was the choke butterfly valve was just clipping this the tiniest little bit. So my hope is that if you guys buy the OEM carburetor to replace yours, or if you're just installing the same carburetor back on, you won't have that issue. So let's see if we fixed it. Let's see. It's working. It's got the tiniest bit of resistance, so I might work on that a little bit more, but let's give her a try. Yeah, it works now. Huh. Yeah, I need to carve just a tiny bit more. I don't break it, but it's working. Hang on. Okay, we got that working. It still sticks just a tiny bit, so I'll touch it up a little more, maybe, but let's go ahead and see what happens here. So hopefully you won't have to experience that with that choke. If you do, let me know in the comments. I'm really interested. If you do put a Chinese carburetor on here, do you have that same issue, and how'd you fix it? So I just filed away a little bit on the inside of that spacer, and now I've got choke. So I got choke. We got the fuel hooked up. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and pump the fuel bowl. We should be able to hear the carburetor fill up, and we'll check for leaks. Yep. Okay, well, I hope it filled up. I didn't hear any fuel in here. Usually you can hear it kind of spray in, but hopefully it's good. So I want to go ahead and try to get our new spark plugs in here, and we'll try to start it up. Thank you for coming with me today. That was a little bit A little bit weird, but it's okay. Let's reinstall these spark plugs and see if we got a running motor or not here. I'll give you a quick recap. We started with a motor that appeared to be seized up. We removed the spark plugs, determined that it wasn't actually seized up, it was just full of oil. We cleared the cylinders and cleared the plugs. Then we came over here, we put a new carburetor on here. This is a cheap Amazon carburetor, which I don't recommend, but we'll see if it works right here. And we cleaned the whole fuel system out from the tank all the way. So we give it just a tiny bit of throttle. Go. Oh, there we go. I heard fuel move in that time. Okay, so we didn't get a pop yet, but I heard fuel move through the carburetor, which is really good. Make sure we're in neutral. Forward, reverse, forward, neutral. Okay. We'll try a couple more pulls. See what happens. Oh yeah, I can feel it taking some fuel now. Just try a couple with nothing. Oh yeah. Full throttle. That almost sounded like a pop. So what we'll try once is just go full choke, full throttle. Make sure it's getting fuel through that new carb. Oh yeah, did you hear that? That was promising. Huh. Okay. So what my guess is here is that we still just got some oil in the cylinders, and that everything about our carburation here is actually good. You notice that this light's not coming on anymore. That's because the oil pressure is up. It's showing it's full of oil. We'll try a couple more times and we'll check it out. Oh yes. So that was a really good sign that we've got some spark. Blowing out all the smoke. Smells really, really, really weird. It's spraying lots of water. So all this smoke is just going to be tons and tons of engine oil that it's got to clean out. It's running strong. That might be only one cylinder though. We'll see what happens. Okay, so at least it's running. My guess is the bottom cylinder is doing nothing. I'm gonna pull up. Whoops. Okay. That cylinder was working. So what I did was I pulled off the spark plug wire and the engine immediately changed to died. So that means that that lower one was going. Let's start it up again. Okay. We'll go ahead and check that top spark plug now. We checked the bottom one. The bottom cylinder was working, which is weird because the top cylinder was the one that didn't have oil in it. They are both firing, which is weird. Oh my God. He doesn't bite no. He's friendly. I had left the choke on, guys. So I don't have the actual pull for this choke. I lost it. That's all that was wrong, was the choke was the wrong way. Man. Wow. Okay, well, I guess that made for a more fun video. So, okay. There's the Yamaha 8 horsepower running like a brand new motor. Did our Chinese carburetor work? Well, it works. I'll let you know. You'll see me use this skiff over the next years. I mean, over the next videos this week, and then over the next year, you'll see it. And I'll let you know how it works. This motor has never ran this perfect, ever. There it is at dead idle. Look at that. That's really funny. We ran it with the choke. That's all that was going on. Wow. Look at that. We got a boat now. This is great. It revs, so it used to always, when you revved it up, it would always die. Like, it was hard to get that first little rev going, and look at this. We got lots of water. Wow, just really going great. Okay, well, we'll let it idle for a few minutes, and then we'll clean this stuff up, and we'll go for a little rip. So, thank you so much for coming with me today. I love doing this kind of work. If there's any part of this, working on this motor, or any outboard for that matter, and you got a question, comment below, okay? And I will either explain it to myself in a video, or I'll link another video to one of my other favorite boat guys who really, you know, does it better than me. So, listen to that. So cool. So, I really like having fun in small boats. And I think that more people should get out and have fun in boats, and you should be safe, but you should be getting out there and doing it. You don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on some big, huge craft boat to go out and enjoy the water. You don't. The smaller boats are more fun, almost always. So I think I paid like $1,200 for the skiff with no motor on it. It's a nice skiff. And I traded my friend for this. He bought a boat and I delivered it for him, and he gave me this kicker, so I got this for free. So I don't know, we're sitting here on like $1,000, and we can go have a lot of fun on the water. So if you're into fixing stuff, it's pretty easy to find one of these motors that doesn't work. There's going to be thousands of these Yamaha 8 horses that don't run, and all they need is, like, you know, maybe a new impeller and maybe one of those new carburetors. So this has been perfectly successful. I am so excited to have this motor back and have it running so good and have that all go together so well. So we're gonna go ahead and go take this boat on a little cruise, right? Got a little fun. And then we're gonna go over to the boat launch ramp, pull this skiff out of the water. I got a kicker bracket to mount on here and a kicker, a couple other things to do, get it cleaned up. And we're gonna go and launch it tomorrow morning on South Douglas Island. here in Juneau, and we're gonna go out to work on the A cabin. So tomorrow morning we're gonna take this baby on her, you know, her big maiden voyage and go to work, and that's gonna be really, really fun. So the rest of this video is gonna be me. We'll go do a little boat ride, get this thing on the trailer, get it pulled out, then I'll finish getting it all ready for tomorrow. And tomorrow morning you guys can come with me for a ride to work with this motor that we worked on here today. So if something that I did helped you get out on the water and have a fun day, please comment below, because that would be like pretty much the best thing that's ever happened to me, you know, besides having good days with my kids. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this baby in gear and let's go see how we do. I put a new Amazon carburetor on this 8-horse, so I cleaned the whole fuel system out and did everything, and bought this cheap carburetor for 35 bucks, and look, it's a brand new motor again. Awesome. I finally go to work tomorrow. Sheesh. Just runs like brand new. I can't believe it. Wow. So rewarding. I don't know how much I paid for that carburetor. I think it was like 35 bucks or something. So, like I said, this thing has a lot of stuff that's missing. This is broken. The throttle handle is just barely hanging in there. Still works. And then it lost the shifter, so I added this socket on there to shift. But listen to that. Lots of power at idle. Woo! Hey, we're on the water again, guys. Oh, man. This doesn't get any better than this. Forward! Wow. Oh, it's like getting a brand new motor. Oh, this is great. All right. Let's have some fun. There's Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Here's the Corvid. This is one of my all-time favorite boats here. Wow, the engine sounds great. Well, that's the Republic right there. That's one of my all-time favorite boats. That is so cool. We're building a new boat that's not quite as epic as that, but close. Whew. Oh, man. Wow. Sheesh. Listen to this motor. Oh, it just sounds like brand new. That's the thing. I don't think this motor actually had that many hours on it. I think it's just been sitting around for so long. Wow, this is great. And that's about half throttle. Isn't that funny? I had the choke backwards. That's just because one of the parts I'm missing is this. I'll buy it. It's about a couple bucks, and I can actually make sure I don't mess that up. But oh, this is great. So great. On the road again. Oh man, I love boating. So there's our fuel tank. I cleaned that out completely. It's got 9 gallons of fresh gas and a bottle of seafoam and a fuel filter. So with that, this engine should just run like this for years. Like as long as I flush it out, put a new impeller in it once in a while, and keep up on it. I mean, it runs perfectly today. We should just get years and years and years out of it. So here we are leaving Ock Bay. Well, it's just beautiful. Are we gonna get up on step? No. 8 horsepower, but we're cruising. It's gonna get me where I need to go for work. So what I've been doing with this skiff is I tow it around behind my sailboat, then I use it for my family to get us into the beach and stuff like that, and that's been really fun. So when we're doing that, we really don't need to go rip around anywhere. We're just kind of like going over to the beach, going and putting around. So honestly, this little outboard is probably gonna live on this boat just like this for quite some time. You know, I'm into like fuel efficiency and stuff, so this little skiff with this thing on there, really a fuel efficient way to go. Whoa, yeah. Oh, we're gonna be cruising, not planing, but it's better than I thought. Oh, that's cool. All right, well, we'll go rip through the harbor here and see what happens. You can tell that motor's happy to be put back to work, you know. Things like this like to run. It was built and designed to do this, not to sit around rusting. It was built to go. You always want to remember about engines and cars that they were designed to work. If there's not working, it's just missing some component most of the time. Well, this is great. Let's go get on the launch ramp and we can start getting ready for work tomorrow. Wow. Well, I've always got something to kick. Well, I've always got something to fix. So that little Honda 2.3 has been one of my all-time favorite outboards I've ever owned. It's air-cooled, no water pump, but it lost the clutch. So it actually has a clutch between the motor and the shaft right there. Now I need to take the power head off and redo that. So that'll be coming up in one of these videos. There's the Republic. That is such an awesome boat, man. God dang, that is awesome. There's the Sea Ranger. It's one of my other absolute favorite boats in the harbor. Big ocean-going tug converted into like a charter yacht, almost like a floating hotel. Pretty cool boat. And here we are, just swinging through the harbor, and we're gonna run in here inside of everything and go over to the launch ramp. So far, the motor just runs perfectly. I think the only reason it didn't start right up was I was using the choke backwards, but sheesh, it's great. It's really, really great. Good news. Making progress. Sheesh. Well, first run of that motor, it just ran absolutely perfect. And oh crap. Not too bad. And stay there, Mick. And it seems really reliable. It's just got that feeling of just a motor that's just gonna run perfect. So I think we're gonna get another, I don't know, 10 years or something out of that motor, 5 years without any issues. It just runs perfectly. So let's get this boat pulled out, get it emptied out, get it cleaned out all the way, and we'll take it to work tomorrow and just have a really nice clean day at work on the A cabin. It's gonna be awesome. Wow, this is cool. So this boat launching right now is one of the Stabicraft beach walker boats. So it's a Stabicraft that they added hydraulic legs and wheels to, and you'll see it here. This is so cool. It just drives up or down the beach, so you can just drive this boat out to some remote location, and when you get there, you can just drive it straight up the beach and not worry about the weather or not worry about anything. That is so cool. Look at this thing. I have a friend who has one. His is not the Stabicraft model, but the same wheels, and he has just been absolutely so stoked on it. Look at that. That is so cool. Funny, I hadn't done this in a while. I actually didn't need to bring the boat this far, or bring the trailer this far down. Awesome. Well, we're good enough on the trailer for what we need to do. So if you'd like to come with me tomorrow morning where we're gonna go and drive that skiff out to the A cabin, please click the like and subscribe buttons below my face here and come back, check back tomorrow. I'm gonna spend the rest of my day getting that skiff all perfectly cleaned out, all ship shape. Then we're gonna have a really beautiful morning boat ride and a wonderful day at work. So click those like and subscribe buttons below if you'd like to come see how that outboard we redid does in boating in December in Alaska. And come check back tomorrow and you can see the A-frame cabin being built. And remember to comment if somehow this video helps you get out in the water and have fun, or if you got any questions for me. Have a great day.